Sí, yo lo vi.
Pero está cogiendo nada más tantas cosas. Yo creo que,
Andy se metió en la jaula
porque él sabe que, pues, ella sabe dónde la van a mandar.
y comió, no comió. O está sacando cosas.
Yo creo que estaba buscando, yo creo que estaba buscando el de eso, la zanahoria, yo creo.
Pica capallá.
Yo creo que él hizo, yo no sé si él hizo el cacao. Ahora, mira, a ver.
Porque él había hecho primero. No, yo no veo nada. Ahí. Primero.
Yo sé que meo, porque yo mismo lo caminé y yo vi que él hizo el meo allá.
Porque él se mea.
That's a good boy.
Hay que velarlo, porque él se va para allá abajo y se mea y todo.
Pero pasa la lengua ahí a ver si meo.
Yo quiero dormir porque yo estoy aquí hablando cosas ahí, que mira el brazo, que es. Entonces tú te estás mirando en la cámara.
Pero es que tú estás entrometida.
Yo quiero dormir,
Pues
¿viste?
vete, duérmete. Ahora sé yo.
Bueno,
Ahora no puedo hablar yo.
me duele mi pie.
Oh, mira cómo se ve eso. Mira eso.
Ay, los
Sea
pies
bass food, the Great Wall of Chocolate.
no costa.
Mira eso. P.F. Chang's para allá voy yo. P.F. Chang's got it, man. We got to go to P.F. Chang's, man.
Novela por ahí que.
Send me some money. Send me some money. I need to go to P.F. Chang's. P.F. Chang's. Cash App me. Cash App. Zelle. Cash App, Zelle. What else? Venmo. Venmo. What else? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, chemical guys. Los Angeles. Clean your car. That's one thing I never really got that about cleaning your car. I mean, okay, it's okay when they had branded Ford is now selling Kia cars too? Or is that just a used Kia car? We're on the bargain center. Quality, pre-owned, affordable prices. Brandon Ford. Showing pictures of Daytona Beach. Showing pictures of, here goes, what's her name? Christy Milano? No. I forgot. New York leaders are warning commuters to prepare for heavier traffic, crowded transit, and longer travel lines after Long Island Railroad strike began. Oh, let them work. Let them work. Hire some new people. You know, those people all they want is more and more money. More and more money. Yeah, you go, boy. Go running around the house. Long Island Railroad. I know guys used to take Long Island Railroad just to go from Flushing, Queens to the city. Oh, come on now, huh? Take the number 7 train, get you there too. And at that time, it was only $1. I mean, I know now. I don't know how much it is now. Maybe $2 or $3. Who knows? But the Long Island Railroad was like 2 or 3 times that now. Possible Long Island Railroad strike. Service may be shut down. West Hempstead, Port Washington, Hempstead, Babylon. Babylon. Oh, is that kind of prophetic there that they have a place named Babylon in New York? I always thought when they described Babylon the Great, the great prostitute of the Bible. I always thought it was New York. Tell you the truth, because the descriptions. I mean, New York has the biggest textile in the world. I do believe they have financial centers. I mean, that's the reason why they had 9/11. I mean, what's the name of the place they hit? The World Trade Center. And you know, that was my first stop in the morning, right around that time too. I used to have them weekly cars, them weekly taxi cars. So I used to go from Sunset Park take the Gowanus, go to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, and my first stop was usually picking up somebody right around that time, and right around that block. I used to be my first call. And, so, I mean, you had weak presidents like Clinton, who did nothing when they bombed the World Trade Center the first time. Oh yeah, they had one before. They bombed the basement. They bombed the basement of the World Trade Center. He did nothing. Clinton did nothing. Over here looking mad. He did more. He did more of Monica Lewinsky's address than he did to these people, to the people who were caught after the World Trade Center basement bombing. If I'm not mistaken, the guy was so stupid. He rented the car, the van. The van exploded. Then he went back to the rental place to try to get his money back. You can't make this up, man. You can't make it up, man. The dude must have been hard up for money, man. He thought he was gonna get over. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I mean, I remember one time I rented a truck and a hand truck, and a truck to move from 52nd Street between 5th and 6th to 49th Street between 4th and 5th, which is like going from the peace and quiet of Borough Park, Brooklyn, where all the Jews used to live, and out there closer to Maimonides Hospital, and then waking up and all of a sudden you was in 1960s, early 70s Da Nang, Vietnam. Yeah, I was 17 when I went to Da Nang. What movie was that? I was 17 when I moved to Da Nang. Long Island Railroad workers go on strike. You're gonna knock my coffee over. There's gonna be some trouble here. You do not want to knock a Puerto Rican's coffee over, all right? You wait until I call you, and you scratch my stomach too. Be nice, mylo. Be a good boy. So yeah, man. Hillsborough County Fire Rescue. We're gonna get complaints going all the way up to President Trump's desk. I sent the money, man. I expect some action, man. I ain't got much, but just like the song says, I ain't got much, but I share with you. And I like that, baby. Share things with you. Say, love is a long way from here. I lost all these. I used to know these songs, man, by heart. By heart, man. And now it's all jumbled, man. Now I sing one song and I go into another song and people are laughing at me. The other day I was singing Tony Orlando. It was to this one girl. I was telling her that there was an opening here. I said, why don't you get the next door apartment? I said that I could do like this, like the Tony Orlando song. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Twice on the pack if the answer is no. And then out of nowhere, I started singing, oh, tie a yellow ribbon around the oak tree. I think they got oak trees over here. I think that is an oak tree that they got out there because I see all these little acorns there. That might be oak. I don't know. Is an oak tree the one that gives you the little acorns? I don't know what it is. But anyway, I'm not a wood guy. Now, I do like to see those videos with these people doing wood turning and stuff. They take a ugly piece of wood and they make that thing into a masterpiece. They make it into different things, man, and they take their sweet time about it. They'd be like wood turning, all kind of strange things, man. They'd be like dust. It'd be like wood dust all around. It'd be like little chips, sawdust, right? I remember when I was what the heck you doing over there? What you doing over there, huh? What was that tear? That may have been a tear in the fabric of time. Maybe my dog is actually a scientific dog. They gave him special drugs. Maybe he's been getting into my stash. Into my holy shit. I told the doctor, the only doctor I trust, man. Well, I do trust another doctor, but she refuses to see me. I don't blame her either. I don't blame her. Whenever I go there, one of her colleagues always takes over. So what can I do? She was great. Been going to her like for 30 years. And it's been like, I'd have to say maybe 2 years that I haven't even seen her. When I go over there, there was always, oh, she's busy. So, and I don't blame her, man, because, I even got flagged a little while over there at the VA. And what that means that every time I went to the VA hospital, I had to go over there to the little police station they got over there near the ER, knock on their door, tell them that I'm in the house. Then they would send somebody to escort me wherever I had to go. So, all that because there was a guy there. And he said, because I had the double stroke, But I have a CDL, Class A. So I said, maybe I should get myself checked out. I don't want to kill nobody on the road. So I started doing the driving therapy. I have like a little stupid chair there, supposed to be like a car, and I guess they test your reflexes, this and that. It's really kind of stupid, to tell you the truth. And what they need to do is that they need to take you out like in a car with a driving person who knows, in a place that's totally safe, some parking lot or something. And they got parking lot area there, so they can cordon off a space if they really want to put like, those cement dividers or whatever, and have you drive around, see how you park, this and that, and do the same thing if it's like a tractor trailer, with the big trailer in the back, they could do it if they really want to. If they really want to, that's the thing. If they want to, they could really give you a lot of therapy, and then they can help you get into the cab. Because that was another big thing, me trying to get into the cab. And I told the doctor over there, I said, his name was Dr. Humayan, who was my neurologist when when I had the double stroke. And I said, I want to get back in. I want to get back into the truck. I want to get back into the cab, which is the part where you drive from, the cab of the truck. And she's over here going like this. And I said, look, let me prove to you that I can climb up there and get inside the correct way, because you're supposed to have 3 points contact. And then because the first step is usually like, those trucks usually are like 22 inches from the ground, average, some more, sometimes a little less, whatever. So anyway, now they invented something that is like a little lift. You don't even have to push up. You just put your 2 feet on it, and it lifts you up there. It lifts you up there, and you just get right into the cab. You just open up the door and that's it. You know, no more struggling to get up there. So anyway, you know, but at that time they didn't have that. So I told her, I said, because they had a rock climbing wall there. You know, the whole shebang. The they had they had all kind of what do you call it? Pulleys, ropes, harness, mats, big mats, little mats. You know? So I said, look, I said, let's do this. Let's hook up. Let's talk to somebody from maintenance. Let's hook up a ladder. You know, right there, straight up. You know, because the thing that I wanted to drive really was a fuel truck. And in some states, was I don't know if it's state or counties, you actually have to, when you do delivery of fuel, you have to climb on the top and measure how much liquid there is in that truck. Which means that you're gonna get a stick, put it in there, take it out, see where it lands on the stick, see where it's wet, and that's what you're gonna write down. So then that's a 6-foot ladder. So I said, let's get a ladder. Let's put it right there. You can put the harness on me so that this way, if anything happens, the harness will go. And if the guy's asleep at the rope with the harness, we put some mats all around so that this way there's no way I'm gonna get hurt, you know? Because that's really good money. I mean, for that time they were giving you 3 months training, something like that. That's with Schneider, and they give you 3 months training, $1,200 a week, plus expenses as you're staying, you know, in the hotel or whatever. And when you finally get out of there, they fly you to where the truck is. You're gonna be running that truck for 3 or 4 weeks, and then they fly you home for 3 or 4 days every month, or whatever, every 3 weeks, every month, and then you get to keep all the miles. I get to keep all the miles. Think of that. You know how that thing is gonna be at the end of the year when you want to go to Philippines or go to Thailand or Vietnam. I was 17 when I went to Da Nang. So anyway, man, say 41. So I'm thinking maybe I should start getting ready to go to church. They have a 10 o'clock church service, so we gotta rise Saturday morning church. I don't really even know if they have it, but I'm gonna have to check it out on the internet and see if it's still around. I think so. Actually, I should send a text message to my son. He goes there on Saturdays. I've seen him there a couple of times. Well, I saw him there one time. My son Kevin. I went over there when they had this. They had like a play for the kids, and they had a whole mess of kids. They had, I guess, well, in a rise, they got just about 24/7 church. Just about. They got English. They got English services. They got Spanish services. They got Indian services. The place that they sold, which is the Caddy Corner property from where they are now, King's, small little, it wasn't all that small, but it was smaller. Now that one is a Nigerian church. And now I gotta go in there just to hear the music. I gotta go in there just to hear the conga player getting off. You know. Now I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, Victor, why ain't you playing conga in the Spanish church over here or the English church? Well, I've lost a lot of ability since my left arm. And that's why I was calling myself half man for a little while there. I lost a lot of ability. Uh, So doing that whole thing with doing that whole thing like Ray Barretto's, or Mongo Santa Maria, or all these people. I think the guy that did a Homeless and Disco songs was Ray Washington or Larry Washington. Something. I used to write. I used to look at all these people on these on these songs. I had a guy who used to play guitar. His name was Wah, and I said, "What the heck, Wah?" Yeah, because he made that guitar go wah wah. And I start seeing the same people doing all this great music, man. You know? So yeah, right off the top of my head, I think of I love music. I love music. That great start with the conga. Dum, 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 dum. Ah, la, 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 la. Oh, 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 oh. And the conga from the beginning, man. He's setting the pace. It was fantastic, man. Here goes this beautiful girl here. Uh-oh. What's wrong with healthcare in America? I'll tell you what's wrong with healthcare in America. Every time I go to hospital, at the third day they want to get you out of there because at the third day they usually already hit you through the MRI. I go to the hospital, it's like $250,000. I got the bills. And because that's probably what they're gonna get from the insurance company. Because usually when I go, they're gonna make a whole mess of blood tests, X-ray, uh, the CAT scan, MRI, the swallow test. The swallow. You gotta love some of the names of these things. The swallow test. It's the swallow test. It's the swallow test. And it's the swallow test. Oh man, I love those terriers, man. I bought a terrier to the house one time. This lady didn't want. Oh, they got the fight. David movie is. Are they putting the David movie on TV? House of David. Watch now on Prime. Oh no, they always had that. I think. I think I saw that one. That was pretty good. Trump, global ISIS leader killed by U.S. Nigerian forces. Wow, in Nigeria. Then I hear people who say that Nigeria should be divided into two countries, a Christian side and a Muslim side. Yeah. Actually, I had a physical therapist that she was a doctor from Nigeria. You know what her exercise for me was? Take a wet towel and pick it up with my toes. Look at that one. That might not be too bad for a person who ain't never had no strokes. But for me, geez, that'd be a heck of a feat. And of course, everything changes when you get a double stroke, man. Everything changes. Do I get the purse? Sure, I get the purse. But that's no reason why I should be losing my memory. But the doctor says it's an anxiety attack. Anxiety. I thought anxiety was for people who had money. I'm worried because I got all my money tied up in Bitcoin, and it's not backed up by any government. If it just tanks, I may as well kill myself. Of course, I don't like Bitcoin because why would I want to invest in something that criminals love? Look at that guy who had some kind of utility, held him at gunpoint, asked for 5 million or 5 billion, I don't know, and they paid him off in Bitcoin. Right there, I've realized that uh-uh, you cannot invest in something that criminals love, like bearer bonds. But bearer bonds was, I mean, that's primarily for people who are like millionaires or whatever, billionaires. But this crypto thing, man, it's not backed by anybody. It's just sort of like the basketball cards that I have. I got some basketball cards. They might be very valuable. I don't know. Well, who am I kidding? I know they're valuable. I got a Michael Jordan rookie card. I got a Kobe Bryant gold foil. I have an Allen Iverson card. Come on, man. Allen Iverson, man. People don't realize how good he was. Now you see a lot of stuff coming out. Oh yeah, he's so good and this and that and blah 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 and blah blah blah. You know, now you see it because it's hard to be a good guard in the NBA. You know, you're going against bigger guys. You know, a lot of these guys are real good defensively. They try to steal the ball on you, like Clyde Frazier, who was really good at stripping the ball away, getting that ball. And now the Knicks are doing good finally. Can we have a championship team? It's been a long time. Just like that song. It's been a long time coming. But the change is gonna come. YMCA. You know, YMCA, man, they lost it, man. I mean, it stands for Young Christian Men Association or something like that. They don't, I went there, they didn't evangelize with me. You would think that a place with a name like that, Young Women Christian Association or whatever, they would have some kind of evangelistic, you know what I mean? Some kind of evangelistic arm. Same thing with the Salvation Army. Uh, the Salvation Army place, you know, where people stay, the homeless shelter. You would think they would have, you know, seen as Salvation Army, you would think that they would have some kind of outreach to that place. You would think that that would be the case, that they would actually have a you know, some evangelism where they can go around to these places and talk to the people. Holy sweat, Masters of the Universe. Dang, Masters of the Universe. That's really old, man. It's with Skeletor, Masters of the Universe. Am I right? Skeletor? Oh no, Chapter. It's the Chapter Girl. It's the Chapter Girl. Citadel. The Chapter Girl. She's so beautiful, man. The wife of one of the Jonas brothers. Dang. I don't know, man. She is so fine. Look, Selena, Ohio, they're showing now. Live from Fox. Oh, everybody live from Fox. This is Saturday. We only got 140,000 people watching. And my name is, no, I'm not going to give you my name. We're going to FBI Houston, where suspected Tren de Aragua leader Jose Enrique Martinez Flores, also known as Chucky, made his initial appearance in federal court this morning after being extradited to Houston from Colombia. Ooh, Tren de Aragua is a designated foreign terrorist organization. And then they go, and now here they go with the, we're going to make a statement here. Here I am, to the side of me, we got Captain Ray Ray. He's Pookie's cousin. Let me show, let me show you this. Yeah, I know. Probably noticed that I haven't shaved. I'm getting into character. I'm writing a one-man play. A one-man play. Paul. See, there's Ray Ray over there. That's Pookie's cousin. And the other one is Christopher Plummer's uh, illegitimate stepbrother. That he is, and the guy who's talking right now, he is actually the oldest stepbrother of one of the Hillsborough County Sheriff deputies, or as I like to call them, Hellsborough Countrified, Junebug, ignorant, what stupid dummies. That's their brother right there. They look a little bit like him with the beard and everything. I got to get all the names and stuff. That's gonna be the next one because I got a real good one on them. I got a real good one. Look, see. First, Tren de Aragua. Tren de Aragua is a train. I guess Aragua is, I don't know, I guess it may be a town or something. Tren de Aragua. So, anyway, that's what's going on today. What's going on? Tell me what's going on. I gotta be quiet now because the man of the house. Might come over here because she's watching me through the door ring. I guess it's good for her that I gave up on my I should say God took me out of my my masturbation and porn addiction. It's a good thing for those police too, because they came into my room unannounced, man. Couldn't hear him. I couldn't hear him. I couldn't hear him. According to the door ring over here, they said that they knocked on the door and they said, I don't know if they just knocked or I have to find out if they actually said sheriff's office or whatever. But still, why are you gonna go into a room with somebody that you don't really know? The smart thing would have been, hey, Victor, call me up. Victor, I'm outside your room. You know, I need to talk to you. You got some property. You got the IV in your arm, which you did not want to let the nurse take it out of your arm. That IV is their property. You know, actually, when they took out the IV at a Brandon hospital, I should have told them to bag it because I want to take it over to the VA hospital, seeing that it's their property. Maybe they need it. You know, maybe that's the reason why they called up Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. Because that's their property. I guess they recycle that. Who cares about what previous disease a person might have? You know, maybe I should. I'm gonna bring up that point when they want to put an IV in me. I'm gonna tell them no. It's no, because VA hospital said that that's their property, and so obviously they want it. Maybe they stick it into you one. Next time somebody want to give me an IV, no, I'm sorry. When they, oh, everybody does it, fine. So wait until the next guy comes, and you can stick it in there. No, everybody puts it in. Well, you know what? You done met up with one guy who doesn't. Because look at what stupid Hillsborough County Fire Rescue, who I'm calling Hillsborough Countrified Ignorant Junebug freaking retards, instead of fire rescue, freaking retards did to my arm. It's gonna be 2 weeks. It's gonna be 2 weeks. And we're still having that mark on my arm. Doctor was mad yesterday. He looked at it, he said, that was from 2 weeks. That was not this Monday, but the Monday before. Yeah. Yeah. And it's still hurting. It's still hurting. When I hear an ambulance, I think they're coming to take me away. I tell you, next time, if I call 911, Hillsborough County Sheriff, I say, no, you ain't coming in here. Send a real ambulance. I don't want no Hellsborough Countrified, Junebug, ignorant, freaking retards coming over here. Those people there, they're gonna get sued. I don't care if I gotta do it myself. If I gotta do it myself, if I gotta be, as they say, a person who represents himself has a fool for a client, that's okay. I'll be a fool, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take him to court. Taking him to court. Unfortunately for them, I had the recording. That thing is a 4-hour recording. 4 hours. Okay? 4 hours. Because what I put down there was just the interesting parts. When they jammed it in my arm, when we went over the speed bump, and Ray over there yelling at me like I'm a little kid. Very stupid, man. I'm done over here trying to put an IV as they're going over speed bumps. So all three of them, they all gotta get sued. They all gotta get sued. Got that DEI woman in there, Yeah, Joe Dirt looking guy. And then they got Ray, Pookie's cousin over there. I don't know. They were cracking from the minute they got in here. They were saying, oh, well, veterans is outside of our area. So I'm over here thinking, did I call up Hillsborough County Fire Rescue, which I call now Hellsborough Countrified Junebug Ignorant freaking retards? Or did I call up maybe Brandon City Fire Rescue? Maybe Brandon got their own thing going. We got our own thing. We got our own thing. We got it. We got our own thing. We got it. I don't know, man. I don't know, but things got to change, man. Things got to change. These ambulance drivers, they're getting paid under the table to go to these other hospitals. Obviously, the VA hospital doesn't pay them, because you go to the VA hospital because you gotta go. You ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice. That's why you go to the VA hospital, because that's like the bottom of the barrel. Everybody knows that. So you go to the VA hospital, you're gonna get a lot of resistance from these people. Guy tells me that it's out of his area. Now, I can drive from my house to Brandon Hospital. 15 minutes tops it'll take. 15 minutes tops it's gonna take. 15, that's it. No. With an ambulance? With an ambulance, and I could probably get there in 5. So why didn't they just put the IV in before they started moving? I mean, they could see they had to go through uh through speed bumps to get in here. So they should have said, okay, let's put the IV before we start moving, or afterwards when we get over there to the hospital, or not even put it. Let them put it in. Let the hospital staff do it. What the heck do they got to do it for? Oh, just in case something happens. Just in case we need to shoot something in your arm because you, I don't know. But I'll tell you something. They messed it up for everybody else. Because the next person come over here, okay, what arm do you want? I said, I'm gonna put it in your arm, put it in your old arm. What do you want, left or right? Yeah, I don't know, man. You tell me. You know, whatever's best for you. And I, okay, well, let's go with the left arm. Okay, put it in wherever you put it in, whatever arm you want to put it in. I mean, it's going in your arm, ain't going in my arm. Oh no, everybody over here, but we put it in. I said, well, you know what? When the doctor tells me, hey, look, this is what you got, and we're gonna treat you with this. We're gonna put you in we're gonna have some IV. We're gonna put you with some solution. Gotta put you with a drip. This is what you got. When they tell me that, and this is how we're gonna treat it, then they could put the IV in. And if it makes sense, it's no longer gonna be none of this. Or you do whatever you want to do. You know, I'm your huckleberry. You know, no, forget that. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. Christy Martino at Christy Martino TV from Fox Now Live. Jeremy Rosenthal, legal analyst. The Alex murder conviction overturned by South Carolina Supreme Court. SC, I guess it's South Carolina. Jeremy Rosenthal, legal analyst. Oh my. They let a guy was with a murder conviction. Oh man, somebody dropped the ball there. But you know, I mean, they're letting murderers go. That's why I don't believe in all these places that they say, oh, the crime is down. No, I want to go by the murder rate. See, because it's harder to mess with that because the murder rate, you got you got coroner's offices, you got funeral homes, you got people crying, you got the family. Oh, you know, he was just a young little boy. He was look at how little Trayvon was in this picture. See, he was a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Where's my good? Talking about good boy. Where's my good boy? Milo. Milo. I think Milo is in the. I think Milo got sick and tired of waiting for me and went to the cage because I told him just don't jump on him because I had a coffee. So I'm drinking my coffee. Yeah, I'm doing. I'm over here writing the screenplay for a play. I finally downloaded a Google has a template for screenwriting. So I'm gonna do a play called Paul, Chief of Sinners. Sort of like I think it's kind of interesting, you know. Anyway, it's gonna take a lot of memorizing because I'm gonna memorize everything this thing Paul has written, the whole life of Paul. I'm gonna look at all these Paul movies, the Apostle Paul movies, whatever. Look at cartoons about Paul. Read up. They got some really great books. I got some Bible studies. Some study Bibles. I got one from Dr. Tony Evans. I got another one of Dr. David Jeremiah. Of course, I'm even gonna read the book of Luke over again because Luke was the one who wrote Luke and the book of Acts. So, we're gonna look at his different kind of insight there, being a medical doctor. And so we'll see. We're gonna have to go deep on this one. It's gonna take a long time because I'm not using no teleprompter, no nothing. It's all gonna be from memory. Seeing that my memory is wiped clean anyway, it's already wiped. It's already wiped clean from whatever happened to me on Sunday morning and Monday in the wee hours of the morning. Something happened. Something happened. Now, of all the songs that I've written, spent so much time, energy, and money on it, I finally found the music. It's on the DistroKid, which is the distributor, the music distributor. I finally found it, and I finally found the so I finally found the music, and I even started remembering some words from another song. I can't do any of them completely. It's just kind of embarrassing because you were gonna write a song. You know how many hours that takes to write a song, especially one that you like, and then you're not even gonna be able to sing it all the way. That's terrible. That's terrible. But just like the people say, it is what it is, right? Maybe when this doctor gives me this new medication I'm supposed to be getting to the mail, maybe I can finally get some kind of how do you say, some kind of, maybe my memory will turn. If not, I gotta fill it in with something. May as well fill it in with the word, Memorize every single writing of Paul. Memorize everything that happened to him. When did it happen? Where did he write to this place from where? What prison was he in when he wrote to these people? What was the surrounding factors when he wrote to this place, to that place? So I think that's all very important. All the people that were surrounding Paul during when the setting where I'm putting him in. But I have to do it, in a good way, so that this way the screenplay looks like something, looks like something at least a little bit more professional, and it'll be good because even if it doesn't get to be done as a play, I can always use that to do a AI movie of it. So, Alex Murdaugh's lawyer to introduce shocking DNA findings that could upend murder cases at retrial. Alex Murdaugh's lawyers to introduce shocking DNA findings that could upend murder cases at retrial. DNA, remember when DNA was nothing and then they introduced it at the O.J. Simpson trial? Well, I don't know if they introduced it, but that's the first time I ever heard of it. And they actually had a guy who was testifying for O.J. Simpson. And he was the guy who invented the whole science behind it, if I'm not mistaken. That was weird, man. I mean, of course, if that trial was to happen now, the way these people get DNA out of anything, It's not even worth trying to kill somebody because they'll get you with DNA. Now that thing is left everywhere. And you know, somebody just cracking their head trying to find how they can even get molecules and little atoms that belong to people. They'll probably say, oh, this atom belongs to this person. You know, they'll just keep on going smaller and smaller. Yep, he was there already. We found his atoms at the scene. Yep. We found 17 different electrons and quarks. We found some quarks that obviously the man sneezed somewhere in there. And it just went right through the mask. Oh, geez, remember the mask things? Oh, man. Freaking Fauci. What's his involvement with this Hunter virus? And is it related with Hunter Biden? Does it make you draw crazy drawings and sell them for an inflated price? Oh, geez, that was crazy. Does it make you leave cocaine in places in the White House? Does it make? Oh boy. Does it make you get a job as an oil exec in Ukraine? Because Biden was crooked, man. Was the most crookedest person I ever seen in my life at being it. I bet he probably had money, egg substitutes when he killed that 100 million chickens. Probably made money on every single decision he ever did. Probably opened up the borders, probably the cartel and China probably sending him money so they get all kind of fentanyl in here. And why is China making fentanyl? They don't even allow drugs in their country. They give you like a death penalty, if I'm not mistaken. So they have a death penalty, but they're gonna export drugs. Hello, you just want to kill Americans, but in your own country, it's death penalty. That's crazy, you know. I don't know. Trump should have just slapped that dude in the head. Trump Trump should have taken out a ceramic gun and put it to his head. Say, if one more person dies from fentanyl, I know where you live. Put a picture on his desk. Look, here goes where you live. This is your house. This is your pool. This is a picture of you skinny dipping in that pool. How could you? Memorial Day. Memorial Day is coming up. When is Memorial Day? I can't wait to get to buy a house, man. I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna do whatever it takes, man, legally to get a house because rents are going crazy over here. And I only want to live either in Texas or here. So for me to do that, I'm gonna have to take it to the next step. I could probably get a house here because the VA they're guaranteeing 100% of the loans. So that means that the bank, they really don't care. Like if the VA is gonna guarantee the loan, how are they gonna lose? Well, they never lose money anyway. Very rarely do they lose money. But now even more. You know? I would like to get a nice big piece of land in northern Florida. See, this place that is still cheap up there where the bears are at and the shiny Black Panther, the Florida Panthers, and look at that, Jimmy Dean sausages, egg sausage, pancakes, and it looks like low carb stuff too. What do we got here? Oh, they got a supersonic car? What the heck? Good Omen Street. No, I don't think so. Omen? That don't sound good. It don't sound good. But look, it was looking interesting. But that name, Omen? No, we don't want nothing Omen. We don't want Omen. Look, Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. Live shot from Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, look, they're taking over the mall. They're having a team takeover at the mall in Atlanta, Georgia. Look at this place. It looks like an episode of Planet of the Apes. The one with the one after Mark Wahlberg left the show. Mark Wahlberg. I actually had met Mark Wahlberg. Um, it's an interesting story, but we have 55 minutes. You still want to hear it? Okay. I'm working for Tel Aviv Car Service in New York City. And I'm in Brooklyn. Dispatcher said, I need a car in Brooklyn. So I click in. My number comes up on the board. He says 92, where are you? And I said, I'm on Flatbush in Atlantic. Back then, they didn't have no Barclays Center or none of that. So anyway, he tells me, go to such and such a address. Right on top of it, it's on charge. So I go over there and pick up these 3 clowns. And I say clowns because they get in the car and they lit up a big spliff from the hell they had taken away. And I told them, I said, look, man, you can't be smoking that here. But the guy starts with, oh, F you. And when I get in an effing car, I do whatever the F I want. So you just effing be quiet. This and that. And we're going to Marky Mark's house to do a effing music video. So you just effing be quiet and pull the car over because we need to go over here to get some effing hot dogs. And you just stay here and you just be effing quiet. I didn't know it at the time, but it was Biggie and it was 2 other guys. I thought it was Fat Joe the Gangster, but no, it wasn't. And besides that, I had a brand new Ford Taurus, so ain't no way Biggie, Fat Joe the Gangster, and another person was gonna be able to sit in the back seat. Both of those guys were Biggie and Fat Joe the Gangster. They were both big, so ain't no way somebody else gonna get in there. It was another guy. So anyway, they go inside, and I'm thinking, man, I said I want to take these people out to Inglewood Heights, New Jersey. That's a good long ride. It's $70, and it was a slow day too. $70 on a slow day in 1991. And I got this car payment. Just bought a brand new car. So I get in touch with the dispatcher. I click my number, dispatcher over there on the second channel, 92. So I tell him, I said, listen, I said, his name was Kevin. I said, Kevin, do me a favor. When I click the microphone and my number comes up there, please give me an excited message that my parole officer is looking for me. I didn't see him this morning. And they know what route I'm taking, what car I'm driving, and where I'm going. If they see me in the street, they're stopping me. And anyway, once I finish this call, that I better get right over to the PO's office because I'm riding dirty. Can't you see I'm riding dirty? Can't you see I'm riding dirty? Oh, oh. So anyway, here comes the 3 Stooges back in, Mo, Larry, and Curly. Biggie and 2 other guys. So we start going over the Brooklyn Bridge. It was on Flatbush Avenue. Here we are going up to Inglewood Heights, New Jersey, which means we're gonna go up to the FDR Drive on the east side, go on the Cross Bronx Expressway, go through George Washington Bridge, and then we're gonna go to Inglewood Heights, New Jersey. Okay, so they get back in. The minute they get in, they start lighting up again. I was already getting a contact high, man, because these guys here, they don't know they don't do puff puff pass, man. They don't they have big old split for that. I think they used the paper for the Cheech and Chong album, which is a big piece of paper. It was a big piece of rolling paper. Probably need like a quarter pound or something to fill it up right. I don't know. I don't think no ounce is gonna do. I don't think an ounce is gonna do justice to that big piece of paper. I don't know. Maybe 2 ounces. I'm gonna have to Google it. Just how to make a good healthy spit for how much herb do you need to fill up the paper from the Cheech and Chong album. I bet that would bring in a lot. I bet you that just to be able to find an album, that album still in the plastic or still got the paper, still got the rolling paper, that giant piece of rolling paper in there. Wow, that would be kind of rare. But anyway, I might have a friend who probably even has it, if they're still my friend, because after so many years now, they don't want to know. They have nothing to do with me. If I was to see them, they'd probably go running and probably think I'm a confidential informant trying to get them involved in some drug activity. Why is Victor out? Wasn't he facing a whole bunch of years for what he did? Or whatever, you know? Heck, I don't even trust myself now the way things are. Who the heck am I? I look in the mirror. Who is that dude in there? Who is that old dude there, man? Yeah, I'm trying to get into character. That's why I'm going to let my beard grow. Besides, these women don't want a part of me, man. They say I'm too crazy, too crazy. He's a bad boy. Such a bad boy. He's a bad boy. I don't want no criminal boy, but he's a bad boy. So, yeah, so I'm traveling on Flatbush Avenue, going towards the Brooklyn Bridge. These guys light up. So I hit the microphone. My number comes up with the second dispatcher. And Kevin gets on there. Really, Victor, didn't you go to your parole officer this morning? They're looking for you. They know what you're driving. They know the route you're taking. They know where you're going. When you finish that call, call your parole officer, go right over there. These guys here. So I said, okay, thanks, man. And then this guy Biggie, he says, "Oh man, I didn't know you was on parole, man. We'll turn it off, man. We understand." So they turn it off. They turn off this big spiff. I get to take them over there to Inglewood, New Jersey. They had these big guys in front of the house. I mean, these guys were humongous, man. They could probably stop the car without they could probably just jump in front of the car and stop it, man. These guys are so big, man. They're meeting they're meeting us right in the entrance to the house. And so they stopped the car and then rolled down the window. And then the guy, this kid Biggie says, yeah, we're here about the music video. So the guy lets him go up. So we drive up we drive up the driveway. It's a nice place, man. You know, Marky Mark's there. Well, Mark Wahlberg. And then so I go and I'm over there waiting for the guy to, you know, these three stooges get out the car. And who comes outside? So I'm waiting for the guy to sign the charge ticket. You know, it's a $70 charge ticket, and so if it's a charge, you get 15%. Or no, not you get 20% gratuity. So that means that a $70 one is really $84, which is great. So I go and so I go over there, and who comes out? He comes with a little key in his hand, just one key. And he comes out smiling, Mark Wahlberg. And he comes out and he says, he looks at me, he says, that's your car? Got a brand new Ford Taurus. The same as what RoboCop used to use, a charcoal gray Ford Taurus. All I needed was an OCP on the on the door. That's all I needed, was the OCP. So anyway, as he goes over there, he says, that's your car? I said, yeah, that's my car. So he goes and he puts his key in a brand new sky blue Mercedes-Benz Sports Coupe. Beautiful car. Beautiful. The color was to die for, man. Sky baby blue color. You know? And it was really nice, man. You know, two-seater all the way. Really nice. You know? It was, you know, it was fantastic, man. So anyway, I got the message right there, man. You know, I just got my paper and I got out of there. I got the message. This is not the place for tourists. If you don't got a Mercedes-Benz Sports Coupe, brand new one, you're not hanging out in the right place. So anyway, right after that, I'm going across on the George Washington Bridge, and they got a call. I need a car in the Bronx. I need a car in Riverdale, up there all the way in the. So the dispatcher, hey, I'm on the George Washington, and there's no traffic here. I can see all the way down. He says, you're on the George Washington, and there's no traffic in front of you. Okay, go over there. So I go, and it's another long one. There's some kind of writer live up there. I mean, I used to go up there because from where I live, which is very close to Tremont, Katona, the nearest skating rink was up there. Like we had to go all the way up there to the end of the Bronx just to go to a skating rink. I don't know how many miles that was of walking. Actually, I should do that because me and Gregory, we did that. Gregory kind of like the mayor of Chicago kind of reminds me of Gregory. We walked all the way from there to our place. He was on Katona, and right at the park, Katona Avenue, and right at the park. Yeah, was at those projects there, and I was, of course, near the corner of Fremont and Katona, I was actually at Belmont at 179th. See, sometimes some things I can remember, but some things I just lose my train of thought. I mean, how many different things have I talked about? I can't stay on one topic. certain things I can't remember for the life. Somebody put a gun to my head and tell me sing the song that you just finished writing. I don't know, man. I have to start asking Jesus to forgive me of all my sins because I just can't do it. I'm talking to somebody, I ask them their name 3 or 4 times, and then before they go, I ask them the name again. I have to write everything down. So anyway, as they say, it is what it is. So I'm gonna have to learn that shorthand so that this way I could say every syllable that people say, write it down. Because some people don't like these recordings and stuff. The only reason why I got a recording of the ambulance is because previous to that, I was talking with my ex-wife, and whenever I talk with her, it's better that I record it, so that this way, when she starts going crazy, I could always play it back and say, hey, look, man, she started hitting herself, but it wasn't me, She got a lump on her head. She did it self-inflicted. And look, this is the conversation we were having. There's the video I made when she started hitting herself. Why don't you call Hillsborough County? Yeah, I did that once. They did absolutely nothing. They didn't Baker Act or nothing. So I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm not gonna waste my time calling up 911 when people don't do nothing. Now, if it was me, right away, you would have taken me in. You would have Baker Act me. But it's just her. She puts on the water. Oh, if you Baker Act me for 3 days, then who's gonna take my son to work? Oh. Was it the sheriff deputy? He said, oh, it's not. He looked at that video that I put online and he said, it's not illegal to go to drive angry. Wow. Wow. Hitting herself in the head, then threatening my son with a cane. And then driving out of here. I thought for sure they're gonna be calling me up. Yeah, Mr. Perez, your son and your wife, you want to come over here to identify the bodies. They slammed into a tree. They crossed the median and slammed into a minivan that was filled up with a family of 6, 2 adults and 4 kids. I mean, thank God it didn't happen, but it could have happened. At least, the very least, they should have just talked to her. Hey, look at this video. What's going on with you? Okay, we're gonna get you checked out. We'll get your son over there to the doctor. We're gonna get you evaluated, see what's going on. I mean, right now, your ex-husband is in the house barricaded in the room. Because if you're willing to hurt yourself, that's just one step away from hurting me. So here I am in the room, got a chair propped up against the door handle. Behind the chair, I have two packs of water that weigh a lot. It's 35 water bottles in that big plastic pack. I got 2 of them over there. Put in such a way that it'd be very hard to open up that door. Because behind that, you got the corner of my bed. And that bed, ain't nobody moving it. It's very hard to move that bed. So, I mean, next time I just record it. I put it on on YouTube so everybody can see it. And when the police come knocking on my door, first of all, I won't even open up. I'll be over here watching Fox News. I'll be over here like and watching them on the door ring. And then knocking on the door, and I'm over here just looking at the door ring. And they probably knock on everybody's door over here. And then they finally decide to call me up. Tell me, hey, we need to talk to you. Oh. And then maybe after hours, I call them back. Yeah, I got a message over here. So you want to talk to me? Oh, yeah. They want you to identify the body. Oh, now you want to identify the body. Okay. But yeah, when I told one of your sheriff deputy to look at this video, he never even saw the video. He just turned his back on me, walked out. He said it was a 14-minute video, and I said I'm going to go. I'll put it fast forward so you can see when she started hitting herself. I just wanted him to see it in context because me and my son were getting into it because somebody from the VA called over here, spoke with my son, saying that I was doing illegal things. I was doing illegal things, and that's the reason why they sent the police to get me. Which certainly we have to find out who it was who made that call. And we need to do some legal action against the VA for that. Because there's no way. That's gotta be a HIPAA violation. That's gotta be at least a HIPAA violation. If not defamation. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. At the very least. You're breaking confidentiality there. There's no way that they should be telling my son, okay, you're my next of kin, which means that if I die, he comes over there, whatever. He knows my wishes. I mean, the VA pays for the funeral. He already knows my passwords for everything. There's nothing he doesn't know. As far as passwords or anything else, he knows it all. Why am I going to hold on to passwords for? I ain't going to need it where I'm going. So, did President Trump talk about North Korea with whatever? Maybe the president of China is transitioning, wants to be, his pronoun is she. But that's just crazy, man. This has been the only good thing that happened this week was that I prayed with the guy who was in the room with me because the doctor went in there before the surgery. He was supposed to have a surgery at 3:00. So they go in there asking about next of kin and this and that. What's the telephone number? Blah, 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 blah. And they start saying, oh, we're gonna do this to you, we're gonna do that to you, we're gonna take out this. So I'm over there in the side. I say, hey, you okay, man? They said, yeah, I'm okay. I said, so you mind if I pray for you? Right? He said, no, I don't like that. So I started praying for him like that. I said, Lord, be with him. And that was it. That was my prayer. And usually when you pray with somebody, say, thank you, man, or whatever. Nothing. Nothing. This guy looks like he used to be a Christian and backslidden. Like, you don't want to know nothing about that. But at least if somebody was praying for him. And I thought the guy had a great sense of humor. Started talking. 25 years he was driving for Albertsons. Army guy. But I won't hold that against him. Had a great sense of humor, man. So, you know, I told him that we should do like some kind of entertainment thing. He'll be the song and dance man, and I'll be the comedian, the singing guy. So, but when I asked him for his telephone number, he said, he initially said no. He said, no. He said his exact words, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. I don't want the telephone number. I don't want to give up my telephone number to no Jesus freak. What will people say one day that I'm a Jesus freak? Oh, God. I don't blame him. Is it just like that? I'm not. I'm good. Well, I hope you are good. I thought he was dead. Then I later realized that he did survive the thing because they came and they took everything out. I thought he was gone, man. I thought he was gone. Finally, I believed that he was alive. I think the chaplain was going to find out about that. But I think he's still alive. I'm going to call him up, actually, and find out if he's okay, you know. I guess I should be doing that. And maybe I could tell them, you know, that about everything that happened. You know, these people obligating me to drink the citroma and magnesium citrate, you know, obligated me to do it. And at 4 o'clock in the morning, when it all came down, all came down, all the way down. Love came down. All the way down. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, this lady comes over there knocking on my door. Oh, I wanna do some blood work at 4 o'clock in the morning. Can't wait until 5:30 when the nurses do their rounds and stuff. At least then everybody's awake. 4 o'clock in the morning. Not that I'm sleeping. I'm not sleeping because these people over here, they every time I close my eyes, I see these ambulance drivers. They're coming at me with needles and stuff. And my arm's still pain. It still hurts me from there. So anyway, they don't say no because I guess they're, you know, these people who have the summer camps. I'm getting distracted with this, with these commercials. Yes. What's that talking about, man? Yeah, I need some more coffee. I need some more coffee and drink like 3 bottles of water. That's what I need. So I'm going to leave it here, man. We're an hour and 24 minutes in, people. You got nothing better to do. Chuck Farrer is over here. Farrer, ready to sue truck drivers. That's a shame, man. Freaking truck drivers trying to Trying to deliver stuff to places that keep American alive. Florida big truck lawyers. Now they're showing a commercial with the guy from Zoom, the Doom. Supposed to be some soccer stars, you know. You got this Adidas. You got it. Atlantic City, New Jersey, with the Ferris wheel. They're showing. He goes, Christy Martino at Christy Martino TV. Hello, my name is Christy Martino, and today is Saturday. And right now we're looking for this man. His name is Victor Perez, and he lives in somewhere in Brandon, Florida. We're looking for him. On some stuff he did in New York City way back in the. It has not been reported that we're looking for him. And even President Trump said, he says, I don't know. I live in Florida, and Florida's great. But we need to capture all these criminals like Victor Perez and bring them to justice. It's taken a long time. From the late 70s and early 80s, but we finally found him. He was in Brandon, Florida. The police had him in handcuffs, and they let him go. So, and they even fingerprinted him, and they still let him go. They should have waited. They should have waited. We've been looking for this man for X, Y, and J. And WXYZ that he did in New York City, and in New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, upstate New York, and Long Island. And we finally found him. We found the DNA. Actually, we found some quirks and some subatomic particles that we know is his. We preserved the crime scene ever since then. Because we knew that someday the technology would be there where we could find. Well, we started secretly taking DNA samples of people and storing all that information. And storing the electrons, every single electron, every quark has a different signature, different frequency that it runs on. And that frequency is unique. And that's how we could find who did it. We don't want the information to go out there so everybody knows what's going on, but look at here. This is how we finally realized that he was the one we're looking for. And now we finally got him. Now he's 68 years old. He turned to Christianity, doing evangelism, but still, just like Sammy Davis Jr. said, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. No, no, don't do it. And keep your eye on the sparrow. When they go, oh, when it gets narrow, Well, where can I go where the warm wind don't blow? Man, you know, hey, it is what it is. At first, we thought it was the same man as D.B. Cooper, but no. We thought Victor was D.B. Cooper, but no, he would have been a very young man. Orlando, partly cloudy, 80. That's not bad. Philadelphia, 67. Philly. Feel me? You feel me? Phoenix. Arizona, fair, 75. I don't know about Phoenix, Arizona. I don't know about anything about I don't know if I want to drive through there. I don't know. I see these sheriffs doing reactions from there, laughing at people because they have a disability. Why are you laughing? If a person has a disability, it's a disability. Does it laugh at it? I don't get it, man. Look at this. This lady is so happy because she got some Dopalex. Magnesium gummies. I take magnesium every day for spasms, like cramps and stuff. Because my left side is all jacked up. Take potassium too. They say my potassium level is okay. But I say, let me take some potassium to go with the magnesium. Make my veins a little bit more flexible. I'm learning about medicine the hard way. Instead of dealing drugs and messing with women, I should have become a doctor and a lawyer and sue myself for malpractice. That's what I should have done. Beyond their home. This looks interesting. A world of magic. Man, I'm getting hungry again. What time is it? 9:55. When did I eat? I don't know. But I hear my stomach growling. It's an animated 3D movie. Got warring. You got nice Wildwood. Wildwood. In theaters everywhere. October 23rd. But the one that I want to see is The Mandalorian. This is the way. Baby, do the hand thing, baby. But he's not with us anymore. Senators approve withholding own pay during government shutdowns. Wow. What? What? Senators approve withholding own pay during government shutdowns. I don't believe I'm hearing it. The House is not going to go for this, man. Those senators, they're flush, man. Or like one of these guys used to say, they're banded. They're banded. Look at this. Senators approve withholding own pay during government shutdown. Look at Schumer. I'm sure Schumer didn't vote for that. Let me see. Let me see. I wasn't even gonna put thing here. Let me see what Schumer has to say. I don't even know who this guy. They got this guy over here looks like Red Skelton. Who's this guy? Let me see.
And then, I'm not saying this is going to stop all shutdowns, but maybe this will help.
The end of the fiscal year on September 30th presents another opportunity for a shutdown. So this resolution will begin the day after the November general election.
Very concerned that my Senate colleagues on the Democratic side are going to try to shut down government yet again.
The resolution does not apply to the House.
The House can take care of its own business.
A rank-and-file senator earns $174,000 a year, while a leader of either party can earn more than $193,000. But keep in mind, many are also independently wealthy.
That's true.
In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
Louisiana, he is some kind of way he talks, man. It's just it's like having foghorn leghorn in the Senate. That's nuts. My senators approved withholding own pay during government shutdown. Now they're talking to Rich Rubino, a political analyst, and of course the cute little Christy Martino at Christy Martino TV. I should send her a message, right? I should send her a message and say, "Hey, I'm watching you on the live TV program. You sure beautiful and intelligent young woman. How you doing today?" Now it's up to 161,000 people looking at this. And it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock here on Saturday. Do you know where your church service at Arise? 10 o'clock church service. Do you know where your person is, where your church member is at? Well, right now he's home. Who's this? Holy sweat! I didn't know Dick Van Dyke was there. Oh, they're talking to Red Skelton now again. I want to see what Chuma has to say about it. It goes Red Skelton looking guy. And Red Skelton looking guy and Dick Van Dyke looking guy. Let me see.
Only affects the United States Senate, so theoretically the House, there's actually legislation, Congress, there actually is legislation in the House that would companion legislation would make it the House, right? The House itself would also would also essentially defer their pay, but I don't think this is necessarily going to forgo or going to stop government shutdowns.
I think my mental issues are being contagious over the TV to this guy too. Rich Rubino, political analyst. It doesn't seem like he could talk right. So obviously my mental issues are they're so contagious that even over the TV airwaves, you know, well, it is a smart TV, you know, so it's affecting his brain. He can't talk right. Well, I'm gonna go to the room. I'm tired, but after all this pain, once I get up, I'm gonna start walking around. I'm gonna be in pain, and then it's gonna be hard for me to go back to sleep. I'm gonna probably be over there trying to look at some comic TV. I'll look at 18:3, which is Reflections. Just they got beautiful scenery there. Close the cage to the dog. Because his cage, as far as I know, his cage is open. I haven't seen him for a little while. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's sleeping in the cage. I don't know. If it was up to me, I'd leave the cage door open. Let him go to the bathroom when he wants. Let him eat. Let him drink. Who wants to? I mean, if you're thirsty, let the guy. Hey, you gotta go to the bathroom. You gotta go to the bathroom. Even when I was in prison, man. You know, I mean, I had access to the toilet. I had access to water. Yeah. Oh, but anyway, as the young people say nowadays, it is what it is. Okay, God bless everybody. Let me pray for you. Dear Lord Jesus, I just pray that anybody watching this can have a blessed day today, get closer to you, and that we can all follow your leading, whatever that may be, whatever that may look like. And we pray this in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. And help me, Lord, to finish doing this play. Paul, chief of sinners, show me how to use this this Google Doc template for screenplay writing, and get some people maybe from the church to help me out in being different people. And we pray this in the wonderful name of Jesus. Amen.